Hiya, this is the Peeriewinkle blog. It's 19th of June today, and this is blog number 5, I think. I'm Amarins, Amy in English, and I hold a wee blog of whatever I do in the spinning and knitting world and whatever else I'm up to. Last time in the blog, I promised you a few things. None of them I can deliver on, I'm afraid. I did not get any time to do any boucle spinning, basically because last week I spent every night tech editing a crochet book, which was great. It was a fun book, but there was so many mistakes in it that it took me way longer than I had expected. So that is where my time went last week. And then Saturday I had loads of plans of doing lots of spinning, and I didn't get to do any because I was preparing for a spin meet on the Sunday. And on the Sunday I had a lovely day with my spinning friends, and again I did no spinning at all. I set up my wheel, I didn't even put a bobbin on, that is how bad it was. But I spent the entire day looking at pots on the stove, nearly boiling, chatting. Well, we did eat and drink and stuff and were merry without any alcohol. And but basically we did lots of fun stuff, but didn't get round spinning. And again, this week I've just been tired, so I knit a bit on my shawl. So I continued a bit on my shawl, but nothing much more to show you there. What did we do? We did natural dyeing last Sunday, and that was heaps of fun. I had never expected it to be so much fun, to be honest, because you know, how much fun is it to basically first let wool soak in some aggressive medium, and then chuck some plants in a pan, watch it boil, and then put some wool with it, and then pull it out again. Way not very exciting, you would think, until you actually start doing it, and then you realize, oh my god, this is really fun, and now we're all hooked. I've already ordered some more alum to get started, like a kilo of alum or something. So I think the entire crew will be dyeing their nuts off for the next couple of weeks, just depending on what is still available to dye with. What did we have to dye with? Well, basically I ordered some madder root, simply because I don't have that in my garden. I did have some woad in my garden, just a tiny amount, just a handful basically, and so I did some experimenting with that. That was a bit more complicated process, and I'll tell you more about that later. I had some tansy, and I had, let me just get my book. Tansy, madder. I had some alchemilla from the front garden, which I basically half my garden is covered in alchemilla. Woad. We had some stinging nettle, some onion peel, and some lichen, lichen, whatever you want to call it, the stuff that grows on trees and looks nice, has all different colors. I think we just had the grey one, I'm not really sure, because it was in the pan before I even knew about it. So basically what did we do? We had lots of different types of wool. I myself had some Schwarzkopf, which had been sitting about in a big bag for ages. I had some Polworth, which I used to dye the woad with, and I had some ex merino that I had bought in England, and I thought I would give it a try with that. So I will show you what came out. First of all, the madder root. I was really surprised. It looks, yeah, compared to my hair, oh yeah, there, now you can see it. It's a lovely orangey red color, a bit lighter here and there, you know, because I basically just put it in the pan and I didn't really stir or anything. But I really, oh yeah, this is great, this is great. I really love how it came out, and especially if you combine it with the other colors, they all really go really well together. And I think that is one of the advantages of natural dyeing, is that all the colors sort of do fit together, they don't clash. Strange that is. The tansy I was really surprised at, because I had no idea that that would dye so well. It's basically came out like this. It's bright yellow. Oh, it's so hard to get these colors on the video. It is really bright yellow, and it's an absolutely lovely color. So that was the tansy. I did use some ammonia um, after to basically strengthen the dye bath, and that worked really well. And from then on, we were basically fuming ourselves with ammonia, just putting some in here and there in all the pots and pans. What I had started with earlier that day was getting the woad done, because the woad does require a few extra steps. What I had is the woad I had to basically nearly boil at 90 degrees for 10 minutes so that it would soften. And then yeah, strain the mix. I had to put soda in it, and then aerate it, so from one pan and the other, and back and forth until it got really green, and put some hydrosulfite and kitchen salt in it, a bit of washing up liquid, I think like 2 drops. That was the recipe that I had. And then the magic could start. So we got outside and it was just about dry, the few moments that we had. And basically put the wool in, and then let it go for a while, and then pulled it back out. And honestly, it was weird because it comes out yellow and it just turns blue in front of your eyes. So something that comes out of a green bath is yellow first and then turns blue. It was magic. And basically this is how it came out. Because I had very little woad, it's a lovely baby blue. See, baby blue fits my eyes. And as you can see, these 3 colors, they just go together really well, I find. So I'm really happy with this combination. So these were the 3 I had really wanted to try. And then we also had some onion peel, and that came out a gorgeous shade of yellow. Unfortunately, I don't have it here because that was somebody else's wool, so we all got to admire it. And I took a few pictures of it, and there's a picture on my Facebook, and I might write a blog post and then I'll show you the picture. But it's lovely. It's almost golden yellow. Came out really nice. What also came out quite nice was the lichen, whatever you want to call it. Again, a really soft yellow, almost like, yeah, baby yellow, what you would put on a wall in the baby room. Really nice. Again, it fits really well with the yellow of the tansy. So that came out nice. And the nettle came out as sort of dirty yellow, on the verge to going green, but not quite. It was a bit of a weird color, I find. Yeah, and also we should have strained the nettle out of the water. Same applies for the lichen. So had a bit of a disaster there. And the last one we did with the alchemilla, that was actually, so that was raw fleece. And that came out really nice, but it's not dry yet, so I can only show you the little bit that I have in my book. It's also yellow with a bit of tinge of orange in it, like in the tips, and I think that was because the tips were a bit dirty and a bit fat, so maybe that influenced the color of it. I hope tomorrow it'll be dry and then I can card it, and then we can see how it turned out properly. And so it can only improve, because like just the rough locks, it just never really looks very good when you've just dyed it. It just needs carding basically. Obviously we also had some acid dyes, and because in the Tour de Fleece I won a sock blank, that was my first victim with the acid dye. So I'd put it down and I dabbed it with the blue, or the teal actually, and then I just sprinkled some paint dust on it, basically dye dust on it. So that is where all the blotches come in. And it came out really fun actually. It looks a bit weird, but I think also because it has like little blotches, that should come out nice when I knit it. So hopefully in the next few weeks I get around to knitting some socks with these. So look forward to that. Thank you very much for the wool blank, and I hope that the person who won my prize will also like what they received. I carded a nice little bat for them yesterday, and while I was carding away, or not yesterday, on the Sunday evening, when the dyeing was done. I already mentioned teal. I had lots of teal, and teal is one of my favorite colors, and because it's quite addictive, all those pots on the stove with you know, wool bubbling away, well, not quite bubbling away obviously, I thought I'd just put some more in and just exhaust all of my my teal. So basically this is what I did, and it's absolutely lovely. Again, you know, color of my eyes. Oh, the screen just totally goes weird. Basically it's a bit greener than what it looks like on the screen. So I had I think I had 200 grams of Polwarth and another 400 grams of the Schwarzkopf, and which was quite funny because like the first Schwarzkopf I used the same amount of teal, so that has the same color, and then the second I ran out of teal basically, so it's a bit lighter. You can see that as well. It's a bit hard to see on the screen, but this is a bit lighter. But basically, yeah, so I have 3 quantities of 200 grams. I'm gonna spin them up really nice and fine and then ply the 3 together, and then hopefully that should give me a nice even but variegated yarn to knit the base of a lovely cardigan with. And then I'm going to use the other colors because, you know, they all go with it, so that's nice. One color that I really missed, not really the purple but the green. A friend of mine, she posted a few pictures of her dyeing with reed tops. Luck has it, we have lots of reed tops around here. So Friday, when I can pick up my alum, I'm just gonna go mad again, and I'm gonna dye some more Schwarzkopf and some more Ex Merino, and then hopefully replicate a nice color of green that can also go with my mix, and then I can make a nice cardigan with lots of natural and home, well, at least home dyed and homespun yarn. So that will probably be my winter project because it's quite a lot of work, just spinning and stuff as well. I had mentioned the carding. Once I get carding, it's very hard for me to stop. Luckily, at a certain moment, I almost keeled out of sheer tiredness, so that is what stopped me. But I started out doing something I hadn't done yet, which I had seen, and Nunoko is very good at it. They do a lovely gradient bats, and I thought I'll try one myself, and this is what it came out as. I'm very bad at rolling up my bats. I still have to go on a nice course and people show me how to roll up the bats, but as you can see, it's lovely and dark in the middle, and then it goes and becomes a bit lighter green around it, and then it's white and yeah, a little bit green on the outside. It's amethyst. This one, it has exactly the same color, or not, no, what am I saying? This is an amethyst. This was the other A. I had loads of A's yesterday. This amethyst is pink. It's this one, pink and purple. This is the amethyst. I did say aquamarine, that's what it was. This is amethyst. So this is how that one started at. Also again in the middle, lovely and dark pink. It's really hard to see, but then going out softer and softer, and then the white on the outside. So these will also be spun up. So then I had 2 done, and I was like, a whole box of like orange, and it's really hard to use orange in a project, even though I can use orange now because I've got lots of it. And so I did an amber one, which also came out really nice. It has in the middle, it has sort of a reddy burnt orange with lots of acrylic and what do you call it, silk type fiber, and then it has the orange, and then it loops around and goes into yellow. And did I put white? No, just yellow on the outside. So those 3 I also made, and friend of mine said too, so aren't you happy now that you didn't sell your carding machine? Yes, Elska, I'm very happy I didn't sell it. It's quite a big beast actually. It's 30 centimeters, and so these bats, I could put bats on it that are twice the size, but obviously you still have to spin them up as well. The wool is still here for carding. I'll show you. You see there's like all my boxes with my colors, and hopefully I will get some more time this weekend and card up some more bats. So I was thinking, if any of you would like to win a gradient bat, let me know. Send me a wee message, and then you're in with a chance of winning a carded gradient bat by me. So that's the end. I'll hope to see you again next week, hopefully then with some boucle yarn. I'll try very hard, and some carded ex merino, and also some, hey, hello, some finished knitting projects. Yes. This is my crazy secondary schooler. Yay! She's in secondary school and she's really cool and very smart. And she does not like my knitting.
Who says that?
She never wants to knit my socks. I never knit her socks. Maybe I should start knitting you socks. No, exactly. Okay. On that note, people, hope to see you again next time. Bye! Bye.